So there are a lot of people super excited for the Marvel film that is coming out here shortly, Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm interested. I don't know about excited. I don't know that this film is going to get the numbers that a lot of people do. I don't think it's going to hit 1 billion, but it might. And if it does, that'll truly indicate that at least sticking to the Marvel formula has some payoffs. But in one of the most interesting things I've read in a headline in the last 24 hours, Tom Holland says Spider-Man No Way Home is not fun. It's going to be brutal. Interesting marketing technique, right? Let's take a look. Here we go. Spider-Man No Way Home is a huge film. It's big budget. It's coming to you courtesy of Sony and Marvel combined. It seems like Sony's been sticking to the playbook and the plan of making consistent, formulaic movies that, appeal to fans. So this film has a chance to be very successful. And I'm not really looking forward to it, but I'm going to see it. And then I was smacked in the face with some really weird stuff. Last night, there were a few leaked photos that came from John Campea. We'll take a look at those here in a second. And then this article came out from Total Film. And we need to take a look at it because the headline, as I said, Tom Holland, Spider-Man No Way Home's not fun. It's going to be brutal. Now, this is exclusive. Hit the internet about an hour and a half ago as of the time of this filming. And it says, exclusive, Tom Holland, Total Film Let's try this again. It says, exclusive. Tom Holland tells Total Film that No Way Home is dark, sad, and the best Spider-Man film that we've ever made. Now, the leaks have already confirmed the number of Spider-Men that we get to see in the film. I'm not sure that I'm going to enjoy the sad part, but let's read the article very quickly, or at least the highlights. Spider-Man No Way Home won't be like any other Spider-Man movie, where Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home were both relatively lighthearted. The upcoming sequel promises to be much darker. What people will be really surprised about is that it's not fun, this film. Tom Holland tells Total Film in the new issue of the magazine featuring Scream on the cover. It's dark and it's sad, and it's going to be really affecting. You're going to see characters that you love go through things you would never wish for them to go through. And I was just really excited to kind of lean into that side of Peter Parker. By the way, in my opinion, he's not a very good Peter. Peter Parker is always someone who's looking up. He's always really positive. He's always like, I can fix this. I can do this. Whereas in this film, he feels like he's met his match. He's like, I don't know what to do. That was an aspect of the character that I'd never seen before, and I was really, really excited to try to tackle. I haven't seen the film yet, but I've seen pieces of the film, and it's the best work we've ever done. It's the best Spider-Man film that we've ever made. I really don't think fans are at all going to be ready for what we've put together. I know that I'm not ready, and I know that it's going to be brutal. Holland spoke about the 3 generations of Spider-Man movies coming together thanks to the inclusion of various villains from throughout the franchise. And that's only the tip of the iceberg from the Holland interview, which features the actor chatting about No Way Home out on December 17th. Plus, he also talks about the Uncharted movie, and I think we've had some leaks about what he said during that as well. In fact, I think he said during one of these interviews with one of these magazines that he doesn't really feel good about how he portrayed his character in Uncharted. So he doesn't like how he went about doing Nathan? That's going to be a problem. Anyway. The article's brief because, of course, they want you to read the entire thing in the magazine. They want you to go out and get Total Film magazine. Maybe you should. But it's interesting that this is a way that he's describing this film. I, on one hand, think it's at least preparing the audience for the opportunity to be upset or disappointed. That may or may not be a good thing, but at the same time, this could work against the film because it's quite possible that it'll turn away an audience. Now, something that shouldn't have happened yesterday at the time of this recording. A couple of photos from the film were leaked by a well-known personality here on YouTube, and actually have his watermark on them, so you know it's him. It's very interesting that he puts them out there with the watermark and then pulls everything back. I imagine he probably got into a lot of trouble. One of the things you don't want to do as somebody with quote-unquote access is put something out that your benefactors don't want out there in the world. These are the two photos from the film. They speak for themselves. This isn't going to deter me from seeing the film. This is one film I will go see. Unlike, obviously, the one that I released a video about earlier today, The Eternals, which I'm not going to go see. That's going to be on Disney Plus in 45 days, or now, I guess, 39 days or whatever it is. So, I have no incentive to see it. I have no incentive to pay for it. They're just going to lose my money on that one. But this one from Sony, maybe they'll get it right. Kind of stoked. The story sounds very interesting in what's happening around Peter Parker. I like how they neatly tied it to the recent Venom film, Let There Be Carnage. And I like some of the stuff in the background that it's also being tied to as well. Obviously, the multiverse of madness, which is, just over the horizon for many of us. Which I think is really the only Marvel film that I'm genuinely looking forward to. But anyway, after this revelation from this article that this is going to be a bit of a downer, not fun, very brutal, I have to ask you, what do you think? Are you more interested in seeing this film now that you know that it's going to be grittier and more depressing? Or are you more skeptical about this film based on what Mr. Holland has said here? Anyway, let me know in the comments below, and we can discuss it. Other than that, be sure to support other independent creators out there. They can certainly benefit from your support. Unlike the mainstream media, YouTube doesn't promote a lot of the smaller independent creators, especially as they're coming up, even though, of course, the small creators built the platform in the first place. We have a lot of different types of independent creators out there, people who actually create physical media in various forms. You also have, of course, people who do news reporting, and then, of course, entertainment and pop culture discussion, which kind of is the sphere that I'm in. There's a lot out there, so be sure to support them. Give them a like and some love and a subscription if there's somebody that you enjoy. Feel free to become a member if they have those options available, because every little bit counts towards keeping the lights on. And in my case, of course, establishing a relocation fund and the eventual construction of some large-scale production facilities, because that's my ultimate goal. With all of that being said, I want to end this video the same way that I always do. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye. Hey there, one last quick note before I let you go. And before we make it to the end of this video, I, CultureCasino, have a brand new Teespring store. That's right, you can now go to Teespring, look up CultureCasino, or use the link in the video below, and pick out some handsome and beautiful CultureCasino merchandise with many different designs and styles and colors, many different items. I was actually surprised at all of the things that you could create, and I have some more designs and items on the way here shortly. But, if you want to support the channel in that way, there is some merch. Otherwise, here comes the ending. Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.